Hello friends, we are super excited because we are here at the Bee Resort and Spa for our very first non-Disney media event ever.
Yes, they invited us out because they have a restaurant here on property that is reopening. New chef, brand new menu. The food sounds really good.
Yes, it
and
does.
You know we love to eat, so we're very excited to check out the new restaurant and check out the resort, see the resort property, see the rooms, maybe do a room tour, and then we've got some plans later on to go spend some time at Disney Springs because this resort is just a quick walk right down the road, down the sidewalk to Disney Springs, and I've got a few places we need to go there as well. I have very much been enjoying my strawberry blueberry lemonade. A little bit of carbonation, a little bit of mint. Absolutely perfect. When I'm done with it, I will be asking for another because this is great on a hot day.
And I was the challenge for Joseph, the bartender, because I don't drink anything with carbonation, I don't drink, and I can't have artificial food coloring. But he was determined to make me something, and he did, and it is so light and refreshing. It's literally brown sugar, water, strawberries, lemons. It's delicious, and I love it. After a hot park day, this is what I want.
Here's our menu we'll be sampling today. Man, everything on here looks really good.
Chef Luis Rivera is one of our chefs here at the hotel. They not only do restaurants, they do banquets as well. Chef Anthony Piedra looking very menacing there with his knife. Thanks for joining us. I'll step back here away from you. And then I'd like to also introduce our executive chef, Chef David Roldan.
Welcome to American Kitchen Bar and Grill. So right now I have some of our apps that we will be pushing out with our new menu. Our pub wings aren't just regular chicken wings. Why just fry them and toss them in the sauce and throw them on a plate? Let's give them a little bit of love. So we enhance the sauce a little bit, make it a little bit more light on the palate, and then we lightly grill it, caramelize it, just so when somebody takes a bite of it, they know that, you know, whoever was back there put a little extra into it, that they didn't just throw it on a plate. Next, inspired by our Asian community in the downtown Mills area, we have our Mills Ab ribs. So we lightly smoke them, lightly braised, and then we deep fry them crispy and then toss them in our homemade sauce. Has a little bit of a kick, sweet, little sour, and then we do a little bit of toasted sesame seed on top. Everybody has our handheld trio, so it's a little sample what we're doing. These items will be available at the pool, here for lunch, and as well as for dinner. So our AK burger patty is 10 ounces. That's not a typical size. We have a certified Angus beef patty. Our burger, tri-blend, it's a short rib, sirloin, chuck. So it's a good blend. We have a slider size for you guys to try. Applewood smoked bacon, our house sauce, lettuce, tomato, very fresh. In the middle, we call it our Angus dog. On top, we wanted to make it a refreshing, kind of like a South Florida food truck hot dog. It's very large, as you can see, it's well over a foot long. We have a little tropical salsa on top, our Calypso sauce, which is our version of the mayo ketchup you get at the Venezuelan arepas food trucks. And then on top we have some of the shredded chips. Our third one is the Pittsburgh. So I took a road trip up to Pennsylvania and we stopped at a trucker's place, trucker's little gas station, kind of like a Buc-ee's. They were making their sandwiches and they were putting the side of coleslaw, side of fries, they put it all in the sandwich. So I was like, this is genius. So we came back and I'm thinking, all right, how can we take this to the next level? So instead of a coleslaw, we do a little house kimchi, hot pastrami. Of course, it's certified Angus beef. Throw our seasoned breaded French fries in there and melted Swiss cheese, and that's a wrap. We have our spiked pork chop. So we use an Angry Orchard based brine for it. On top of that, we did a reduction with Granny Smith apples, a little cinnamon. So now that we're coming into the end of summer, into the fall months, this is going to be an awesome dish with the sweet potato fries. So you get the crunchiness of the fries, the delicacy of the Berkshire pork, and on top we did a Granny Smith apple relish. Next to it, we have our rotisserie chicken. We marinate it in a mojo brine. It's garlic, citrus, a lot of Latin spices. Rotisserie it very slow over cherry wood, so it has a good flavor, nice smoke on top of a house coleslaw and some house cut potato wedges. So when you guys are enjoying that, I'm gonna have Anthony pull out a Tomahawk certified Angus beef. It's a 32-ounce tomahawk. The marbling on these cuts of meat are just phenomenal, and we're gonna be slicing it, and that'll be the last of the dinner portion, and then we'll go into dessert. When you think of, I guess, American cuisine, you think of, the decadent chocolate dessert, something very sweet, something maybe a la mode, something that'll just finish the meal, just put you to sleep, right? We got with a local bakery named Empress Sissy, and we have the earthquake cake. She had made these before, different version. So we asked her, can you make it double? Let's make this just ridiculously huge on the plate. The cake consists of the brownie at the bottom. It has cake, it has ganache, it has white chocolate drizzle on it. It's very decadent. The South American cuisine, Colombian, Venezuelan, even some of the Caribbean, have a dessert called the flancocho or the choco flan, which is typically chocolate cake with the vanilla custard flan. So I've always wanted to put something like this on the menu. I think we have it perfect right now. You get the red velvet cake, the vanilla custard on top with a raspberry sauce, and then we'll use whatever seasonal berries we have to garnish the plate. We're always learning, we're always teaching each other things back here in the kitchen, so when you come back, maybe some things will be a little tweaked, whatever feedback we get from you guys. So again, thank you guys. Enjoy the last course, and anything we can do for you, let us know. Take care of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chef.
We really enjoyed coming out to Bee Resort and Spa today. We did not realize they had a full-blown restaurant here in their resort. They do validate parking, so it doesn't cost you anything to come and enjoy it. They're also on Open Table. Did not realize that either, so that is a new thing. And we just loved the vibe of the restaurant, and we really loved the food.
Oh yeah, this whole place just has this like comfort food, kind of homey vibe to it. The pickup truck in the middle of the restaurant is really cool. It actually still has the engine and everything. And pre-COVID times, they had a buffet on the bed of the pickup truck, which is pretty cool. The food though is just so good. It's very, very filling, but some of it is kind of like bar food. You have the wings and like the Korean short rib thing, and both of those were awesome. And there's like the burgers and sandwiches, but even like the plated food, the pork chop, the steak, all of it was really, really good. The chef has done a great job working on this menu. I will say, after trying everything, I can tell you I will for sure be back to get that pork chop, because that was one of the best pork chops I've ever had. I think it's probably because they marinated it so long. It was just super juicy, really tender, and the glaze they had on there, that apple cinnamon glaze, just perfect with the pork.
He just kept talking about it the whole
good.
time we were eating. It was hilarious. And I have to say, my favorite has to be the Pittsburgh sandwich, because it is so unique and so different, and it had so much flavor, which really surprised me, because sandwiches a lot of times are just very bland unless you add a lot of condiments. This didn't need it, and I really enjoyed the fact that this is American kitchen, so it was American-inspired food. And how American is it that we can't reach down and grab the fries, so we're just going to put it on the sandwich to save ourselves from having to do that? I just felt like that was a very American thing, but I loved the flavor of it, which really surprised me, because I've never thought to put French fries on a sandwich.
Yeah, it was really good. Honestly, there wasn't a thing on the menu that I wouldn't get again. The dessert, however, one stood out above the rest. That chocolate dessert was insane. Alyssa is big on chocolate. I like chocolate. I don't want too much of it. I ate all of it, but oh wow, I felt like I needed a big glass of milk to go with it, because it was so rich.
It's a lot, and we only had a small portion of what they normally serve, so I do recommend sharing this dessert.
Definitely.
But the bottom layer is brownie, then there's 2 layers of cake, it's covered with a wall of chocolate. I mean, there is so much happening in this dessert. And then they do serve it with gelato, which is even more incredible. I was not a fan of the gelato because it is caramel, not a fan of caramel, but we did enjoy the desserts so much. I had a different one. I did have the flan because I could not have the red velvet cake.
Yeah.
My flan was really good. I really enjoyed it. I actually ate a lot of it with the brownie that was in my chocolate dessert, and that was an amazing combination.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely be back here another day. Book a reservation on Open Table, probably spend some time at Disney Springs, then either walk over here or drive over. Like she said, they validate, so we don't have to worry about that. It's a place that I could see coming out here for a dinner one night, especially when Disney Springs is a little crowded and you want somewhere a little more out of the way, but not like way off property somewhere. But today, I think now we're gonna head down to Disney Springs. We're gonna walk down there, check it all out, show you kind of the pathway walking over there, and we've got a few places to go over there as well. All right, we'll see how long this takes. Number one rule of walking anywhere in Florida, always bring the umbrella. It's starting to pour, just as we make it to Disney Springs. Well then, 10-minute walk ending in a huge downpour. Glad we didn't walk any slower.
That walk did take us a solid 10 minutes to get here, and we were power walking, trying to beat that rainstorm.
I could hear the thunder. I'm like, we've got to walk quickly. I would say a 15-minute is probably a good, like, safe time to plan on for walking. It's also really hot. There's a decent amount of shade walking over, but it's a hot walk. And as we got here, you saw it started pouring down rain, which did nothing to cool it off. It actually made it more humid and more hot because it didn't rain very long. So I'm not sure how long we're actually gonna stay here at Disney Springs. We were gonna try and do a few things, but it's kind of nasty out now. We're cutting our Disney Springs visit short, but we had to come over here to Blaze Pizza because we have a special going on that we want to take advantage of. Even though we're still full, they've got $5 any 11-inch pizza, including build your own. Just make sure you download the Blaze app and sign up for their rewards club, because that's how we found out about the $5 pizza. It was a push notification in the app. And even though we're not hungry, we'll take it home for later. So the build your own pizza is, you know, kind of like Subway, but infinitely better. So yeah. As you can see, one of us likes our pineapple on our pizza, and the other one is wrong.
I don't think those are mutually exclusive. It's the same person.
No, it's definitely the other person is wrong. Pineapple's great on pizza. And this is why you gotta have your notifications on in the app, because otherwise we wouldn't have known about this. I feel like that's not bad for a $10 meal. 2 pizzas. So it looks like we got to Blaze at just the right time, because now there's a line outside and there wasn't when we got there. The pizza smells amazing. I just can't bring myself to eat it because I'm still so full from all the food, but we're gonna take it home. We'll have it for dinner later. We were gonna do some shopping. There's a couple stores I wanted to go to, but it's disgustingly humid and hot right now because of the rain. It looks like it might rain again. I'm not really sure. So I think we're gonna just call it for today. We'll come back and shop another day. And we're just gonna head home and enjoy our Blaze Pizza in the air conditioning.
Which will feel so nice because again, we are just very full and it is so hot out here. And Disney Springs is a lot to walk, especially on a really humid day. Thankfully, the sun is not quite out because it is covered by the clouds, but that humidity is just killing us. So we don't want to get too dehydrated. We have done a lot today with a lot of eating, and then we did do those amazing room tours that we are so excited to share. You can check those out on our other channel, A Little More Adventure, or by clicking the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching today, and until next time.
We're here with the ears.